you are 7 feet or taller, there's a 17% chance you're in the NBA.
Is that a fact?
That's
what I'm gonna go with.
legitimately true.
Well, okay, Brian F got the facts. Brian F must be 6'11" to know that. He just salty. He didn't get the extra inch. Yo, what is good, YouTube? Your boy Punk Reacts is back. This has been my favorite thing lately. I've been love reacting to videos with y'all lately, so you know this has been really fun for me, and I hope y'all do enjoy these videos. So you should let me know in the comment section if you do enjoy these reaction videos. I saw a very cool video on Twitter. Is it natural talent versus hard work in fighting games? And I thought that was a pretty interesting topic, so I decided, why not make a video, right? Why not talk about it with you guys and watch the video and give our thoughts on the video, what I feel about myself. Actually, I'll let you know before we get into the video what category I think I fall under. And yeah, you know, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and turn the post notification bell on. Before I start watching the video, I want to start off with just saying where I think I fall under the natural talent or hard work category. You know, I think I would probably be the natural talent kind of person. Yeah, let's see what this is about. Let's see what they talking about.
We're talking about hard work.
This definitely is a topic
in fighting games
since the beginning of dinosaurs.
What does it all boil down to?
Okay, Brian. I think you're gonna completely agree with what I'm saying because it's all facts. I actually went to college for this. I'll have you know. No, I didn't.
I was about to say, I don't
give it away right now. I'm gonna have to respect your opinion a bit more.
All right. So first off, where I want to go with this is the fact that I think the reason why natural talent even comes up so often in video games. And don't get me twisted, we're not going to just stay on this, but I think the reason it gets brought up so much is because people are taking copium. So
all right, let's pause it here. That's a new word that's been going on in the FGC. What the hell does copium mean? I need to know, because what the hell is copium, bro? Okay, I understand now. So it's pretty much just, you know, you telling yourself that you're okay with something.
The person I heard this the most with, two people, were Justin Wong and actually it was Justin Wong, Tokido as well, and Punk. People I've heard talk about, oh, they just with Justin. I've specifically heard people say, oh,
I had that feeling.
I've seen him pick up a brand new game. He didn't even know how to play.
Everyone thinks I'm a natural skill person.
Everyone, and I've seen people bring up with wrong. You know, with Punk saying, oh, he never even plays the game. People have like debated that with me before.
Oh, I remember that.
Which I thought was just the most insane.
That's pretty funny.
That people really.
Let's pause the video here. You know, what Rob just said, that's pretty funny because I remember those tweets on Twitter. I don't remember who he was arguing with or talking to on Twitter. I don't really remember, but there was definitely a thing going on where people would say I don't practice for those. You know, it actually was a thing. Like, I didn't used to play the game at all. Oh, up until like COVID, actually, I never actually practiced Street Fighter for tournaments or anything. I just go to the tournament and I played, and I just hope that I could win off of just, yeah, I guess natural skill, just hoping I could do well and not practice, because honestly, there was no reason to play online back then because there was offline tournaments, so I just felt no need to play online. I think the only times I would actually play the game is only when I think Nephew, Sean, and sometimes Joey would ask me to play, and that's the only times I would get on the game and practice. I guess practice, I would just play with them. Yeah, that's that pretty much was actually a thing back then. I can't say that now because since COVID started, I do play the game.
And then with Tokido, we've heard plenty of times people say that Tokido is a genius. I talked to Tokido himself, and he literally said that he's like you.
Nah, I think Tokido's a very hard-working person. I don't think he's naturally skilled.
And you know how in Street Fighter 4, I think he said Momoshi and Mago and Daigo and stuff like that, and how hard he had to work to try to change his mentality and perspective to get better at this game and be the Tokido that we know to this day. When it comes to someone like Punk, I can't speak as to Justin as much, but as far as like Punk, when you look at the sheer number of characters that he plays, when you look at the fact that he plays 1 million different fighting games, you know, clearly that's not just natural talent there, right? So I think that when people look at, let's say, sports, you can look at LeBron James and say, oh, well, he was born 6'8" and he's muscular and all.
No,
I can't jump that.
Again. Yeah, I might have to disagree with Rob there, because I do think that you can play other video games, but I don't think that means it's hard work. Because naturally, you can just play a video game and just you kind of can be good at it, to be honest, you know. I do agree that, like me, Justin, are people who can play a video game and we can just be good the first day or within the first 2 days, and we could be really good because we just can catch on and we just understand faster than, I guess, the broad majority of players. But I do think that you can play other games and it's still just your natural skill just transfers over to, or natural talent, whatever you want to call it, just transfers over to other games, honestly. So I kind of disagree with Rob there, but I understand what he's saying. Why you can see that, like, see someone playing a lot of games and you just think that they're working hard, but honestly, I don't think that's true. That's why I think this is a pretty good topic.
Even if I work out as hard as I want to and eat right, I would never jump that high. So that makes them comfortable, so they don't feel like they didn't accomplish something. Where it comes to something like gaming, we all have the same controllers, right? So it just.
But I definitely think that. I think that in basketball, though, like.
So I think that's why that talent comes up so much.
I do think that sports is a little bit different, though, than games. I think it's a bit different because I do think natural genetics play a part.
But I think sometimes hard work in itself can be a talent, because
100%.
when you look at the fact that, like, when I look at, like, we brought up Punk here. The fact that he plays, when a new fighting game comes out, he's playing it. He's streaming it. He's trying to play in tournaments. He's actually caring if he wins or loses. We just seen him and Hotashi play and stuff like that, right? And all the characters that he plays in Street Fighter 5 as well, right? To me, that's love, what we're seeing right there. You know? That means that he just enjoys this stuff to a level that most people probably don't, even if you really, really, really enjoy
Pause video again. I like that, Rob. I like that one, because I mean, it's pretty much true, because I do love fighting games. Like, that's why you do see me play every fighting game, and you know, I care if I lose and win in every fighting game I play, because I love fighting games and I just want to be the best player in every game that I play. So yeah, I appreciate Rob. He noticed the love right there, because I definitely love fighting games. You know, I really do enjoy just the one-on-one aspect and just watching somebody and, you know, them just having to know that you're better than them. It keeps me going.
Well, I will say, you know, if you are 7 feet or taller, there's a 17% chance you're in the NBA.
Is that a fact?
That's what I'm going to go with.
Legitimately true?
That's a legit.
You know, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Since we got Google right here, while the probability of, say, an American between 6'6" and 6'8" being an NBA player today, saying America, is a staggering 17% for someone's. Bro, okay, Brian F got the facts. Brian F is a fact, man. That's Max Kellerman right there.
17% chance that you're in the NBA.
God, that's crazy.
I'm going to start off. You start off with the hard work angle first. I'll start off with the talent angle first. Okay. Talent 1000% exists. Your genetic predisposition to how you are as a human being influences and affects everything about your life. That's a fact. That you cannot deny that. There's implications for, you know, how you are.
Brian F must be 6'11" to know that. He just salty. He didn't get the extra inch. My man said he must be 6. He just salty. He didn't get the last inch.
I would consider myself someone who learns fighting games slowly, but that doesn't stop me from trying to learn how to learn, because I think that's an important skill to have. I think some people have a natural talent or inclination to know how to learn faster.
Hold on, what? They just messed my head all up. My man said learning how to learn. I ain't never heard that before, bro. Brian F that's crazy, you know what I'm saying?
Learning how to learn is, I think, a super important skill, and that's one of the things that fighting games have taught me a lot, is how to approach learning a new skill. Because the reason I even play Street Fighter at all is because I sucked at it. That is the number one reason why I'm here today. I had always been good at video games until I picked up Street Fighter 4, and I was like, I cannot believe.
Brian F played other games?
So
I didn't know that.
Stuck with me.
That's
because
pretty.
I'm stubborn. That's my natural talent.
That's a pretty
being
funny
stubborn.
thing.
I said I cannot let this game beat me, and I will bang my head against the wall and learn as slow as I do until I finally start getting some W's. And that took a long time because I did not learn fast at all when it comes to this game. So yeah, talent definitely exists. It's going to impact how fast you learn. Maybe, you know, I wouldn't say reactions. That's the common one people bring up. I think that's also a learned skill for most people. But yeah, it exists. But who cares? That's what I think.
Really? You know, I'm a big believer. I don't think I'm correct, but this is my opinion. I'm a big believer on. I actually don't think that reactions can be learned over time. That's my opinion. I don't think so. I think you're either born with it. I think that's like a natural thing too. Like, I think that's just kind of genetics. You kind of even born with good reactions or you don't. But that's how I see it. I don't really think you can teach yourself how to react to things. I think you can teach yourself situations and be more aware. You know, I think that's a thing. But I don't think you can, like, your natural reaction when you're not thinking about something. Like, let's say, for example, like checking a dash. I feel like if you can't do it, you have to think about doing it, which means I don't really think it's reacting at that point. I think it's kind of like anticipation and waiting, and then like very little reaction is required there. But I think like some different way when you just naturally can do it, you don't have to think about it, which means you can focus on a lot of different things at once. So I feel like a lot of people in Street Fighter, when you see them check dash, you might be able to jump on them because that's all they're looking for, right? But I feel like when someone's natural at something, when it just comes natural, or that it is actually reaction, not natural, but like when it's actually reaction, I think you can tell if they can do both. And, you know, just they can do both of those things. I think that's a very good way to tell.
Even if you are just as hardworking of a person or more hardworking of a person, but you just aren't as interested in that subject as that person, you're not going to be able to
your
get
focus
the same
is going to be
results.
less too. I feel like your active focus is
I
different.
agree
Like
with that.
spending hours it's not the same quality of time as anyone. Like if you're banging your head against the wall doing a subject that you don't really care about,
ooh, like my man Brian F just like, you know what I'm saying? Brian F just said the craziest thing ever to Rob. Look at the face he made, like, ooh, like he just said the greatest thing he ever heard.
Like Punk was playing fighting games since he was a kid. He told stories about playing with his older brother. You know, he's just always played games growing up, and I think that does have, you know, our minds. There's the plasticity of the brain is something that's been studied for a long time, and that's definitely a common theory right now. I don't know if it's been changed since I was last in school, but you know, that's a theory. Like things you grow up around, your mind has the ability to warp and kind of acclimate to certain things, especially when you're younger, and that slows down as you age. So I do think there's something to be said for people who pick up the games earlier and really gear their interest towards that. They might be ramping themselves up to learn faster. But the main thing is they put in the hours.
That's a pretty good point. I'm not gonna lie. That's a pretty good point from Brian F there. Because honestly, like growing up, I've always kind of been interested in fighting games because, you know, they were literally the first kind of games I played as a kid. Because that's what my brothers played. They played Tekken Tag Tournament and Mortal Kombat. That's what we always use. In Dragon Ball Z. I don't know if you count Dragon Ball Budokai, but that's what we played. Those three games, we used to play those a lot. So I feel like naturally I've always just liked to play fighting games. I was always interested in that. So that could be a thing why I might learn fighting games a lot faster. Or like now that could, like, you know, indirectly be a thing on why I can learn fighting games so fast and everything, because I have been playing for so long and I probably enjoy it, you know, more than most people actually enjoy it. Even if they think they like it a lot, I might just like it 2 times as more as them, you know, since it does hold a special place in my heart, because I mean I've been playing it since a kid with my brothers. I feel like that could be a thing on why I do learn fighting games a lot faster than most people. and that's when natural talent could come in.
I struggle, bro. Like, it's not easy. I pick up a new character, I get my ass beat just like anybody else. I have to take the time to learn. I'm not a day one prodigy like Punk is with every single character. He's going on a 50-game win streak and ranks, right? So he's that guy. I'm not. I'm the guy who has to sit there and put in the work in. But you know what? At the end of the day, I love doing it. You know, I love seeing the progress. So you're right. You know, there that does exist, but that's why I'm stressing. If it bothers you that much, move on, find what you're good at. At the end of the day, I think it's about just seeing where your passion lies.
Brian, that was so eloquently put, and easily this is one of my favorite topics that we've ever done on No Neutral.
I feel like that was a pretty good video, right? I think it was pretty interesting. It's a pretty good topic to talk about, right? In my opinion, I honestly think that I feel like natural talent with little hard work, like as long as you put in a little bit of the time, I feel like you kind of will always be above just a hard worker person, honestly. Especially if you like, you know, what you're doing, then the natural talent, I feel like it kind of does is a bit better than like working hard all the time, you know. I feel like if you have no talent and then only hard work, it's going to be a very rough time for you, you know what I'm saying? But I think that it can be done, and I feel like Tokido is kind of what that looks like, to be honest. I feel like he just works harder than everybody else, honestly, and now you can see the benefits of that from someone like Tokido, you know, rather than someone like myself. And I feel like I don't work as hard as like Tokido or other players, but I can still do well in tournaments because I feel like I just have a great understanding of everything, and I feel like my natural talent of just being able to play, or being able to get into the zone faster than other people, it kind of helps me because I don't have to play. But as soon as I get on, you know, as soon as I start playing, it just takes me like 1 or 2 matches, and I'm already caught up to speed. You know, I'm back there where I was at before. So I feel like natural talent definitely kind of beats over the hard workers a lot of the time, but I think that it's definitely possible to just work really hard and you can definitely be the best at whatever you're doing in life, no matter what it is. But yeah, let me know what y'all think on YouTube. Let me know what your opinion is on this and this kind of video. This was a very fun video, so I want to know how you guys feel about it, and you know, I'll see you in the next one.